Okay, so we are going to be looking at factoring worksheet E. And as I told the class just a second ago, there's an easy way and a hard way. And I want to show you the hard way first so that you'll appreciate the easy way better, okay? So I'm looking at worksheet E, and if I were doing this the hard way, I would say 3x squared plus 5x
Are we supposed to turn in worksheet E tonight?
minus 12. We should actually, you'll have until Monday,
Oh.
okay? But if you go ahead and turn it in tonight, that'll be great. Now, and kind of looking at this, man, I've got a lot going on. I know that 3x squared, well, 3's prime, so it's going to factor into 3x times x. And again, this is the hard way of doing it. It's a plus minus. So going back to our factoring rules, remember a plus plus gives me a plus plus. A plus minus gives me a plus minus. A minus minus also gives me a plus minus. And a minus plus gives me a minus minus. Well, we've got a plus minus here. So plus minus gives me a plus minus. But now I need to, let me adjust this, I've just bumped it. Okay, now we need to break up that 12 so that we can get a 5 in the middle. Okay, so we know the factors of 12 are 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. And doing this the hard way, I have to kind of play with it a little bit. I'm trying to come up with a way to generate 5, which is going to be an odd number. So I could look at the, well, if I put 12 here and 1 here, that'd be 36, or negative 36, plus 1 would be negative 35x. That's way off. Maybe if I put 12 here, 1 here, 12x minus 3x would be 9x. That doesn't work. Okay, maybe it's the 2 and the 6. If I put 6 here and 2 here, 6 times 3 is 18, 2 times x is 2x. 18, negative 18 plus 2 would be negative 16. Okay, if I have the 6 here and the 2 here, that'd be 6x, or negative 6x plus 6x, those would cancel out. So what I'm finally going to do, I'm going to go to the 4 and the 3. And after experimenting and playing with this a number of times, if I put a 4 here and a 3 here, 3x times x is 3x squared. 3x times negative 3 would be negative 9x. 4 times x is positive 4x. Negative 9 plus 4 is 5. And 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. So the only thing that's wrong is I'm getting a negative 5. So to make it the opposite, I could switch my plus and minus. So 3x times x is 3x squared. 3x times 3 is 9x. Negative 4 times x is negative 4x. Negative 4 times 3 is negative 12. So that's 3x squared plus 5x minus 12. And Jennifer, we're looking at factoring worksheet E right now. Okay, do you have your packet with you? Okay, go get the packet from over here by the textbooks. Okay, now, that takes quite a bit of work. That's quite a few steps because I'm having to do a lot of checking, a lot of practicing with this, of just, bouncing back and forth with these different values to make it work. Yeah. Okay, now, there's a much easier way to do this. And so I'm going back to that problem one. I want to show you the easy way. And this is called the slide and divide rule. Okay, so for slide and divide, first step I'm going to do is I'm going to take that 3 and I'm going to multiply it times the value over here. Okay? And because I'm moving it, that gives me x squared plus 5x minus 36. Okay, now that's a lot easier to factor, right? Because I have a leading coefficient of 1. So that would factor into x and x. It's a plus minus, so a plus minus gives me a plus minus. And then the factors of 36 are 1 and 36, 2 and 18, 3 goes into 36 12 times, 4 goes into 36 9 times, 5 won't divide evenly into 36, but 6 will 6 times. Okay, so there's our factors. One's a positive, one's a negative. I want a difference of positive 5. So if I let the 9 be positive and the 4 be negative, 9 minus 4 would give me a positive 5 back. So I'm going to say x plus 9, x minus 4. But I'm not finished yet. Okay? Now, let's double check. X times x is x squared. X times negative 4 is negative 4x. Plus 9x would be 9x minus 4x is 5x. And 9 times negative 4 is negative 36. Factors out fine. But remember, I multiplied the 12 by 3. So I'm going to take the second number, I'm going to divide by 3 now because I had multiplied by 3 earlier. Will 3 divide evenly into x plus 9? Or into the 9? Yes. So I'm going to change that to x plus 3. Okay? Will 3 go evenly into 4? No. So because it won't go evenly into 4, I'm going to move it back to the front. So it's going to be 3x minus 4. Okay, so now let's try using FOIL to see if we get our original problem back. X times 3x is 3x squared. X times negative 4, negative 4x. 3 times 3x is positive 9x. And 3 times negative 4 is negative 12. So 3x squared plus 5x minus 12. And so that's the answer we're looking for right there. Okay? So let's try this method again on number 2. Okay, I've got 2n squared plus 7n minus 4. I'm going to multiply the 2 times the negative 4. Okay? So now I've got n squared plus 7n minus 8. Now, we know this is going to factor into n and n. It's a plus minus again, so a plus minus gives us a plus minus. Now, the two factors that multiply and make negative 8 are either 1 and 8 or 2 and 4. One's going to be positive, one's going to be negative, and we're trying to get a positive 7n. So if I use a positive 8 and a negative 1, that would give me 8 minus 1 is 7. So if the 8 is positive, 1's negative, n times n is n squared, n times negative 1 is negative n, 8 times n is 8n, so 8n minus 1n is 7n, and then 8 times negative 1 is negative 8. Now, what did I multiply by at the beginning? Multiplied by the 2, right? So now I need to divide both sides by 2. Well, 8 divide evenly by 2.
Oh, yes, sorry.
So that would be n plus 4. Okay? Well, 1 divide evenly by 2. No, so that will be 2n minus 1. Okay? Now, if I were to do FOIL to get back to this, n times 2n is 2n squared. N times negative 1 is negative n, plus 8n. 8n minus n is 7n. And then 4 times negative 1 is negative 4. Yes, ma'am?
So like the two numbers, like the n plus 8 and the negative 1, they have to equal whatever the middle number is, like when you put them together.
Mm-hmm. So, you know, basically this is moving that value down here to do the factorization, and then we're just putting it back, and this helps us determine which one gets the 2 and which one doesn't, right? But this is so much easier than going through all those steps and trying all these different numbers with the 3 out front. It's a lot less guessing and checking that you have to do. It makes it so much easier. Does the first method work? Yes. Guess what I was taught whenever I was in Algebra 2? The first method. Guess what my college professors use? The first method. But the second method is a whole lot easier.